Hey, good morning, guys. It's Goose here, and welcome to STN Stock Talk Friday edition. Just wanted to touch base with you guys and remind you that stocktraders.net, we're one of the leading online trading communities. We got free trading rooms. I really hope you guys have checked us out. If not, go to stocktraders.net, join the free trading room. Feel free to send any of the instructors a message asking about anything we're covering this morning. We're always there to help you guys out. We look forward to our community continuing to grow, and we're continually adding things every day. Most recently, we added the Trade the News for our members as far as getting beautiful discounts for our premium members. It's been a incredible ad by our team, and hopefully you guys come over and check us out soon. Just want to remind you guys that nothing that we're talking about this morning, it's not a solicitation or anything like that. We're just trying to give you guys some ideas and thoughts on a couple things that we're seeing every morning. We're not going to inundate you with 20 different ideas or whatever. We're just going to give you a couple ideas every day, quality over quantity, and just try to take about 10 minutes of your time this morning. Hopefully you guys have been impressed so far. It's been pretty good so far for us. Anyway, with that being all said, I'm going to turn this over to Ricky, and just remind you, down in the description area, guys, there's a disclaimer down there. Make sure you guys read that and just be aware of it and what we're trying to do here at Stock Talk, please. Ricky, you want to take over and see what you got going on this morning?
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? Ricky Analog here. Thank you for joining us. Today's shaping up so far to be a pretty slow Friday, at least judging by the pre-market. It's not surprising knowing it's a 3-day weekend, so everybody make sure you play accordingly. So far we've had a few things just get crushed in the pre-market, MBRX, Riot, APRI, things like that. So it's taking away from what we had on a watch, but nonetheless, I still have a few names for you guys. So first up on my list is TGH. It was an earnings miss, but it beat on revs, and it sold off a bit more than I think most people intended or thought would. But I really like how the 200 SMA held, and overall the stock has been in a strong uptrend. I would preferably like a retest of yesterday's lows and then a setup for me to get long. I think the first target would probably be around 20, and I would take some off there just because I think you can see how yesterday it's stuffed right there, and I think it may have a bit of a pause there as well. I think it's a good safe spot to lock some in and then possibly hold another half to see if we can get through that level. Of course, it must set up first. Don't ever forget that, guys. You have to have a strategy that gives you your entries. You can't just take things because someone on Stock Talk said it was a long. It's not a solicitation, as Goose has said. Next up on my list, guys, APRI. This one is personally a little disappointing. The market has seemed to have gone limp on news that APRI's boner cream won't be coming to a store near you. Looks like the only thing that got stiffed were the long-term investors in this company. However, it's currently right down by the 52-week lows, and this is a large gap down. So if it can hold those levels, I would actually be looking for a possible long on it if it sets up. I'm not sure it has too much more downside today. Just make sure you have a plan because this company is as sketchy as they come. I'm only trading this off a technical approach, okay? Last on my list is VIPS. VIPS, and I have liked this one for a few days now, and as of yesterday you can see, let's just make the daily a bit bigger. You can see it just did a perfect little retrace to test this breakout level. You might think, oh, why has he got his support resistance line drawn right there? That's actually based off the weekly chart, which was what really drew me to this. And you can see we cracked through that level. We had a pullback when the market sold off, and we reclaimed the weekly 200. We got a break of that level, and then yesterday we got a retest. So I honestly think that today could be a good day for a long on it. I'm going to wait for it to set up. I think we're going to head back towards 19. If we get through there, it may be heading up to 20, guys. So that's what's on my list. I'm going to pass it over to Goose and hear what he's got for us. Take it away, bro.
Thanks, Ricky. I got to be honest, you're going to make me have to up my game a little bit with your pitch. I like it. I like it a lot. Very strong. APRI, boner cream. Very good.
I had to do it.
All right, guys, let's wrap up. I just want to make a couple quick comments, guys, this morning. That Ricky, listen, there's a lot of things that were on my list this morning from the riot. You guys know I talked about that yesterday, fading it off of the 18 area. It's obviously was down a lot. So there's nothing to force on days like this. If your trades don't line up, just stay patient. And sometimes the slower ones might be the way to go. And obviously watching your scans and joining trends and things like that. I'm not sure what the market's going to do today. Right now it's faded off pretty decently from what it was looking like this morning. So just be really careful and safe, and it's okay that you want to, especially into Ricky had mentioned the holiday weekend. You want to be smart about it. It is a short short week next week, but we have Monday off, and I just want you guys to stay safe today. Going on a couple things I want to show you guys this morning is first of all, let's talk about ZN. So what I like a lot of times is after the they call them the backside moves or whatever whatever you guys want to call them, but this is kind of what we're looking at. We had this major push in this, made another high the following day, and ZN's quieted down. Now I don't get stubborn on these names. I have very defined risk. So I'm going to show you right now. This is actually a 5-minute from yesterday, as you could see. And what I'm looking at right here is this 420, 425 level. Maybe I'd give it up into this area depending on how much it pushed this morning, if it wanted to make a little bit of a push. So I'm hoping for a little push up in this 420, 425 area to maybe fade this name. And I'm not looking for this thing to come back to down here and down to 270 or anything like that. If it does, great. Maybe I'll leave a fourth on or a fifth on. But I'm just looking for 3.25, 350, which would be on the retrace area, anywhere from a 50 to 60% retrace, and then I would take the trade, maybe leave it a little on for hopefully $3. But I think this sets up pretty nice, and the other reason I like it is you really have defined risk. Through 450 here, I would just take it off and see what it wants to do, and then rejoin it. So I feel like you got 20-25 cent risk that I have for potentially $1 out of the name. So I definitely want to have ZN on my radar today, and I might start earlier, just so before this 420, 425. By the way, it kind of made this lower high here, lower high into the day, and kind of felt like it was kind of struggling to stay up there. And maybe if there's more day left, it might have broke down. So keep in mind, if you want to keep an eye, is this this is where it kind of stopped yesterday. So this will be yesterday's low right here, 375. So you want to see the action there if you take the position really up in this area, 380 maybe even. So keep an eye on that. If you got good entry, where to, as far as I might take a little bit of my trade there depending on my entry, but we'll see what happens. I'll move right along to FOSL. So yes, these are two names that we've covered a couple times over it, but it's like Ricky said, there was definitely some names that were on my list that are kind of came off the list this morning, which is okay. But FOSL is very similar in my mind to a ZN type play. And yesterday I had a beautiful fade, and it was funny because I kind of wait third day. I like to fade these things, not looking for a second day. And this one really came in yesterday, right after the open here. Faded, kind of tested up in this. Obviously, it just held the VWAP all day, but it never really reclaimed that open of 1640. And you could see, where it stopped, is where this first level, which is like 48% or so on the retrace. So what I'm looking for today is another push up on the 16 area. Again, I think you have very defined risk on that. If and just looking for a nice trade and a nice fade on that. Looking for a back down into this 1450 level or a little bit better. So that's what I'm hoping for. I would definitely be, I plan if I get a nice entry, say at the 16 area, which is right up in here, and it starts fading for me, I'm definitely going to look to cover probably 2/3 of my position on yesterday's low, and I'll let the rest ride and see if it wants to come in more. That's my plan. So anyway, I think there's two good setups there for myself. I'll see how it works out. But other than that, I'm just going to, follow my scans, stay smart, not force anything today, especially on a Friday. Volume might slow down towards the end of the day here. So just have that all in mind. Nothing to force. And guys, not every day you have to make a bunch of money. I know we come to work every day planning to, but sometimes just preserving your capital, if the setups aren't there, is making money in itself. So just stay really smart. We talk about it a lot in the community. Come check us out at stocktraders.net. We're really trying to grow our community here and give to our members. And hopefully you've come and check us out already. On that note, I'm going to turn it over to Rick. You guys have a safe, wonderful, long weekend, guys. And we'll see you on Tuesday.
Thanks a lot, Goose. And yeah, just to reiterate, guys, the things we do for the community on days like today, I'm oftentimes just watching the scanner. We have all kinds of really unique tools to our community, things like the turbo scan. We also, all the time, we're in here trading the news, and we have a special discount that we've worked out for our members with Trade the News. So, I mean, on days like today, that's what we'll be doing. So if you don't have Trade the News or you want to see what this is about, head on over to stocktraders.net and come check us out. I'm guaranteeing you guys are not going to be disappointed. Everybody, plan your trade your plan, stay safe, have a great weekend. Peace.